Hi everyone, my name is Miss Bedoyan. I am the STEM counselor here at Granada, and I am going to give you a very quick rundown of our STEM program. So this is the team at Granada who is part of the STEM program. Miss Janie Delm is our STEM coordinator. I am the academic counselor, and Miss Yamas is our STEM college counselor. So before we begin, these are the Granada graduation requirements. Every student is required to complete these courses in order to graduate from Granada. So everyone needs 4 years of English, 2 to 3 years of math and science, 3 years of social studies, a year of a visual and performing arts, 2 to 3 years of a world language, 2 years of PE, and at least one elective. So everyone needs at least 230 credits by the end of senior year in order to graduate. Students in the STEM program are going to go above and beyond these requirements. So students in the STEM program will be taking 4 years of English, 4 years of math, and 4 years of science. So in order to be admitted into the STEM program, students must have passed their 8th grade English class with an A or B, and they must have taken Math 8 and passed it with an A. So students in the STEM program are going to meet and exceed UC and CSU requirements. These are the different levels of classes we have at Granada. CP college preparatory classes are our basic regular leveled courses. There is no weight added onto a student's GPA. And then we have honors courses, which add a 0.5 weight onto a GPA. And then we have AP courses, which are 1 year in length. They can be taken in the 9th through 12th grades. At the end of the year, students will be taking the AP exam in whatever subject that they decided to take an AP course in, and they could potentially get college credit. IB classes are essentially similar. They're mostly restricted to students in the IB program. However, there are IB electives that other students and other programs can take. The main difference is that these classes can either be 1 or 2 years in length, and then the GPA weight can vary depending on the level of the IB course. And then students will take the IB exam at the end of the year and they can potentially get college credit for that as well, depending on how they score. This is a sample schedule for a 9th grader in the STEM program. So the placement for levels for classes for students is going to really depend on their grades from the 8th grade fall semester. So most students will be placed in honors English starting right off. For math, it's going to vary for each student. Depending on what math you took in 8th grade, will place you in the appropriate level. If you took math 8 in 8th grade, you'll start off with algebra 1 and vice versa. Moving on, everyone has to take a world language class for at least 2 years. 3 years are recommended. So those are the options that you see on the screen. Every 9th grader has to take PE. And then for science, STEM students must start with a physical science course. So it's either chemistry or physics. Typically, students would like to start with physics. They can either do CP or AP physics, but in order to be in AP physics, you have to be in geometry or algebra 2 at the same time. And then the last class for STEM students is going to be their STEM elective. So it's limited to the 5 electives that you see on the screen right in front of you. So these are brief descriptions of those classes. So we have a very good computer science program. Our courses are built out, so students have the opportunity to take at least 4 years of computer science if they're interested. There's the basic standard CP level that students can start with, or they can start with the AP Computer Science Principal course. Students tend to do very well in this course, and they can potentially get AP credit for it because they will be testing at the end of the year. And I always get good feedback about this course. We also offer a 2-year robotics course as well, so students can end up taking advanced robotics by the end of senior year, or they can do an intro to engineering class or a principles of biomedical science course. So it's really up to the student, but these are the 5 STEM electives that students have to choose from. Now, in addition to that, students in the STEM program also have the option of joining the biotechnology pathway. So we have partnered with Los Angeles Mission College to allow our STEM students to take part in this biotech pathway if it's something that interests them. So what is biotechnology? This field basically involves developing technologies and products that are going to improve our lives and the health of our planet. So it essentially involves everything that you see on the screen right in front of you. It has to do with medicine, energy production, chemical processing, everything that you can think of. So if these are fields that students are interested in pursuing, this is a great pathway to be a part of. So students in this pathway, they're going to be taking the same exact classes as other STEM students with the exception of their science class. Science is going to differ a little, and that's where the pathway will kick in. In the 9th grade, instead of taking a physical science, students in the biotech pathway are going to take biomedical science. So they can do CP or honors. It's up to them. In the 10th grade, they'll move on to chemistry, and then it's built out this way to prepare students for the 11th and 12th grade. That's really when those biotech classes are going to start, those college courses. So in the 11th grade, students can have one less class on campus, and they're going to take 2 college classes at Los Angeles Mission College in the afternoons. So in the fall semester, they'll start their first biotech class, which is Biotech 2. And this is a UC and CSU approved course. And then in the spring, they move on to Biotech 3. But this course, please keep in mind, it's only CSU approved. They will not get UC credit for this class. Regardless, you can still get college credit for the course. Then in the 12th grade, students have 2 options. They can continue with the biotech pathway and take the remaining courses at Mission College. And at that point, the next course to take is going to be Chem 51, which again, UC and CSU approved, so it's great. You get college credit for it. Or if students decide, hey, this program's not for me, that's okay. They would just continue with the science class at Granada. Most seniors like to take physiology, so that's a very popular course also. So the details regarding the class times are still to be determined. Students who join this pathway will, of course, get all of that information. And the benefit of this is if students decide to continue on with this pathway, by the end of senior year, they're going to earn a lab assistant certificate. So they could potentially start working. As long as they're 18 and have that certificate, students can get placed in a variety of work. And Los Angeles Mission College does a great job at helping students find work. So it can be anywhere in medical laboratories, working with pharmaceuticals, medical devices, anything. And they'll be getting college credit as well. So students also after senior year can choose to continue this pathway at Mission College. So within 2 years, they can get an associate in science degree in biotechnology, or if they plan to continue further, Mission College actually now offers a Bachelor of Science degree in biomanufacturing. So if they continue at Mission College, number one, not only is it more affordable than doing a bachelor's degree at another university, but number 2, they're going to get a Bachelor of Science degree in the field, and they would have already had completed 3 of the required classes while at Granada. So it's really a great program to take advantage of. It's not for everyone, and that is completely understandable. But if this is something you're interested in, please indicate so when you are registering for a counseling program after you receive notice that you're enrolled at Granada. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to work with you soon.